Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, here with a short channel update which is actually very important. As you may or may not be aware, there's Gamescom coming. In fact, this very weekend Gamescom will happen. And what's important, maybe, for some of you is the fact that, well, I'll be attending Gamescom myself. What does it mean? Well, it means a few things. First of all, Amplitude, as they usually do, they are going to host a beer together event at Gamescom. So if you wanna come have a drink with me or with the guys who run Amplitude, go ahead and join us on Friday. It can be done very easily. I'll give you the link in the description. You just sign up for the event, and there you go. You can attend. It's very easy. Now, the other cool thing is that not only will I be there at Gamescom, not only will I be at beer together, but additionally, I'll actually be at the Amplitude's public booth at Gamescom. I'll be there, I'll help the guys out, I'll help them with whatever they need help with at the booth, so you'll actually be able to meet me at Gamescom if you happen to be attending, and if you happen to actually talk to me, which I understand if you don't. It's just something that I personally thought maybe I would like to share with you, because who knows, maybe somebody actually does want to talk with me, although it's quite unlikely that I'll run into any of you guys over there, since, you know, I don't have a very large viewer base after all, so I think the chances of that are fairly slim. But if you do happen to be over there, go ahead, just say hello. One of the guys over there is going to be me after all. Now, the other thing is the fact that Amplitude has also started its new major faction creation contests, like they did in Endless Legend. Now, while I personally believe it would be better if Amplitude first revealed at least some very basic information about its other factions that will be added to Endless Space 2 before such event, so that then people don't, you know, create ideas for factions whereas those ideas are already in works by the Amplitude studios. I mean, this bit seems a little bit silly to me, but on the other hand, I understand, because, you know, the factions that are designed by the community, they also need to be implemented into the game before the game is released, so yeah, I understand that. Anyway, to get to the chase, I made my very own entry myself. Keep in mind, entries, and you can also make your entry as well if you go into the forums and create your own account. You keep in mind a few things. First of all, the entry has to have at most 200 words when it comes to faction background or biography, or however you want to call it. And the second thing is, well, actually that's it. There are a few guidelines that you need to follow if you have your own faction, custom faction suggestion. Not custom faction, major faction that everybody will be able to play as. But the general gist of it is that everybody has to design a faction that will be both pacifistic and diplomatic in nature. So this is my take on it. That's the Sujon, who are basically like it says, cryogenic monks. They are monks that live on a very cold planet. They themselves are very, very cold. They don't eat organic matter whatsoever, so they have very little understanding of the concept of violence and whatnot. They are very meddlesome, however. They like teaching other races. They are searching for the absolute truth, and they believe that general unity is what may, you know, help them find the truth. So they're very helpful, and they work in such a way that other factions benefit by being friends with Sujon, and the Sujon benefit by being friends with other factions. It works in two ways. One, the Sujon themselves, they can send requests to other factions. Now, these requests can be, maybe other factions will like the requests, or maybe other factions will have to make some sacrifices in order to complete these quests, or maybe they'll ignore them altogether. If other factions ignore the quests, Sujon can declare war, otherwise they can't. If the other factions, however, do go through the trouble of completing those requests, then both factions get the reward. I think that probably for balance reasons, the other faction, the non-Sujon faction, will get a bigger reward, because it does have to go out of its way to do something that other empire just tells them to do, right? Now, the other thing that the Sujon have going for them that increases the likelihood of you wanting to play as a diplomat and pacifist are the celestial temples, which basically makes it so that the Sujon ships work like, well, temples or academies, or however you want to look at it. So they can be used to benefit systems that don't belong to you. You basically assume the role of teachers, and it makes you people slightly happier because you like to teach others, and, well, the other people that you teach, they obviously gain benefits from that as well. So that's the general gist behind my faction. I tried to make it short and clean, a little bit shorter than last time, in fact, in Endless Legend. I hope it's gonna be fun. Maybe people will like it, maybe people will vote for it. I would like to see Sujil in Endless Space 2, but if not, then well, so be it. If you do, however, want to support my idea, what you have to do is, again, register on the forums, connect your profile with your Steam profile, so that then you get more points, and what you do then is just click on the upvote over here, and all the points you have will be added instantly. You can upvote as many entries as you want, you can upvote them at any time. It's a very interesting way to run this event, because if you look at the entire thing, you can basically upvote as many things at any time, and the fact that you can upvote them at any time, I can literally go to any of these, click on upvote right now, even though the contest is not done yet. So yeah, that's how it's run. Just click upvote on whatever you like, and that's it. It's this kind of weird competition. I like the idea though. Hopefully it will work out. So please do leave your upvotes or your replies if you like my faction. If not, then don't. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Also, please do have a look at the other faction submissions, because maybe you like those, and what we want, and what I believe all of us actually want, is to have Endless Space 2 to be the kind of game that a lot of people enjoy. And that's what I personally want a lot. I mean, I loved Endless Space 1. I still love it actually to this day, I still occasionally play it. So I want obviously Endless Space 2 to be something that other people will enjoy as well. It's as simple as that. If you want to have your own submission, again, it's very easy. Register, connect your Steam profile to your Amplitude Games Together profile. That's very important because that gives you more points to upvote with. That's about it. Now the last bit is, I suppose, my video upload schedule. You will see a Stellaris video fairly quickly after this one. I mean, I need to upload it, but it's gonna be there. And I'll upload a few more Stellaris videos, but I'm afraid I will not upload any of my Ally videos before Gamescom. It's because I'm actually quite busy. I'm also doing a lot of things in real life, because I'm actually going to Korea in September. I'm not moving yet. I'm just going there for some time. So I have a lot of things to prepare, and as such, my time is very limited. But I will post a few more Stellaris videos before Gamescom, and after Gamescom, when I have a bit more time again, I'll try to pump out some Ally videos again and finish the playthrough, because I do want to murder the necrophages over there. Trust me, I keep thinking about it in the back of my head. I really do keep thinking about how much I want to kill those guys. Alright? So, we'll do that. Please have a look at my custom faction. Please think about, if you are at Gamescom, attending Beer Together. Also, feel free to check out Amplitude's booth. It's gonna be at hall 10.1. It's gonna be a bit crowded, I do need to warn you. I mean, if it's going to be the same as it was at last Gamescom, but last Gamescom, I personally had a lot of fun. So hopefully if you attended, you're gonna have a lot of fun yourself. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble on, so let us end this video. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer, and I'll see you online.